Hey everyone, today's video is about when Kiribaku kidnap you because they're obsessed with you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And let's get going. You have always enjoyed late night walks, the tranquility of the night air, and the quiet streets over a reprieve from your busy life. Tonight is no different as you stroll through your neighborhood, listening to the faint rustling of leaves and the distant hum of city life. I've noticed you, two pairs of eyes, have been following your every move for weeks. Bakugo Katsuki and Kirishima Ejiro, once renowned heroes, have taken a darker path. Their obsession with you has grown into a dangerous fixation. It starts subtly. You notice little things, items in your home slightly out of place, the feeling of being watched. At first, you brush it off as paranoia, but as the days pass, the unease gnaws at you. One evening, as you unlock your front door, a hand clams over your mouth, and a strong arm pulls you back. Panic surges through you as you struggle, but your assailant is too strong. A familiar voice growls in your ear. Stop struggling, and this will be easier for you. Bakugo snarls. You're dragged inside your own home, the door slamming shut behind you. Another figure steps out of the shadows. Kirishima, his eyes dark and intense. Sorry about this, but we can't let you go. Kirishima says, his voice softer, but no less chilling. We've been watching you for a long time. You're bound and gagged, fear coursing through you. The two men sit across from you, their expressions unreadable. Why are you doing this? You manage to ask, your voice trembling. Because we love you. Bakugo replies, his eyes burning with an unsettling fervor. We can't let anyone else have you. Kirishima nods, his gaze softer, but equally resolute. We've been protecting you from afar, but it's not enough. We need you with us. You try to reason with them, but they're beyond logic. Days blur together as they keep you captive. Bakugo is intense and aggressive, while Kirishima tries to be more gentle, almost apologetic about their actions. One night, Bakugo's patience snaps. You're ours now. Stop fighting it. You glare at him, your defiance unwavering. I'll never be yours. Bakugo's eyes darken, but Kirishima steps in, placing a hand on his shoulder. Katsuki, calm down. We don't want to hurt them. Bakugo takes a deep breath, his anger simmering just beyond the surface. Fine, but they need to understand they have no choice. Kirishima turns to you, his expression earnest. We're not trying to hurt you. We can't live without you. But what does that have to do with me? Where's my life when I'm going to be stuck with you all the time? This is madness. I'm sorry. Days turn into weeks, and you begin to notice the cracks in their tough exteriors. Bakugo's anger often gives way to desperate need for your approval, and Kirishima's guilt becomes more evident. One evening, Kirishima sits beside you, his eyes filled with regret. I'm sorry. This isn't what I wanted for you. But I can't let you go. Not now. You look at him, searching for any hint of humanity left in the man that you once admired through the screen. Kirishima, if you really care about me, then let me go. He shakes his head, tears brimming in his eyes. I can't. We can't. Bakugo joins you, his gaze softer than you've ever seen. You don't understand. We need you. We'll protect you from everything, even if it means keeping you here. Despite the dire situation, you start to see the depth of their obsession. It's twisted and wrong, but their love for you is undeniable, and all you've ever wanted in this life was love. They treat you with a mix of tenderness and control, always watching, always guarding, but just for protection. One night, you manage to strike a deal with them. If you truly love me then, let me have some freedom. I promise I won't run, because I know you'll be able to find me anyway. Bakugo and Kirishima exchange a look, weighing your words. Finally, Bakugo nods. Fine, but remember, we're always watching. They allow you small freedoms, short walks, limited interactions with the outside world, but their presence is a constant shadow. Over time, you realize that escape is impossible. They've woven their lives around you, binding you to them with invisible chains. As months pass, you adapt to your new reality. Their obsessions never wanes, but you find ways to coexist. It's a delicate balance of control and compromise, a life dedicated by the twisted love of two fallen heroes. One evening, as you sit between them, Bakugo takes your hand. His touch surprisingly gentle. We'll keep you safe, forever. Kirishima nods, his smile tamed with sadness. We promise. And so you resign yourself to a life of captivity, bound by their unyielding love and your own will to survive. Time stretched and wrapped around the confines of their prison. The days bled into nights, each day just like the last. The once vibrant world outside had become a distant memory, replaced by the sterile monotonity of their own captivity. You had learned to function within this bizarre existence. You cooked, cleaned, and even tended to a small garden Baku had insisted on creating. It was a feeble attempt at normalcy, a desperate clinging to the remnants of your former life. Kirishima had retreated into himself. His gentler nature was replaced by brooding silence. One evening, as the city lights flickered through the window, he found the courage to ask, Why me? Bakugo looked at you, a flicker of something akin to vulnerability in his eyes. You're different, strong, independent. You're everything we're not. We saw you, and we knew. We knew that we had to have you, Kirishima said. The confession offered no answers, only a chilling insight into the depth of their obsession. You were a puzzle they were desperate to solve, a possession that to be cherished and controlled. Then, one night, it reached a boiling point. A trivial disagreement escalated into a terrifying confrontation. Objects flew, and for the first time, he saw a glimpse of the true monster lurking beneath Bakugo's face. Fear not at you, a primal instinct to survive. You had learned to adapt, but this was different. This was a threat not just to your freedom, but to your own life. In the aftermath, a fragile truce settled over the house. Bakugo was withdrawn, almost ashamed, and Kirishima looked at you with a mixture of guilt and protectiveness. You knew that this was your chance. The cracks in them were widening. It was time to act. The night was thick with tension. Bakugo was asleep, a storm brewing beneath his calm exterior. Kirishima sat by the window, lost in thought. This was your chance. You had spent weeks preparing, mentally and physically. You had memorized their routines, studied the house layout, and devised a plan. It was now or never. With a silent prayer, you moved. Your heart pounded in your chest as you tiptoed to that kitchen, your bare feet padding softly on the wooden floor. The knife, hidden in a drawer, was your weapon. A sharp intake of breath from Kirishima. You froze, your hand hovering over the handle. I know. I'll help you. Relief washed over you. Together, you moved with swift efficiency. He disabled the alarm system, packed the small bag with essentials, and moved towards the back door. Are you sure about this? I have to. Be careful, please. The night air was cold and crisp as you stepped outside. The world was vast and open, a stark contrast to the suffocating confines of the house. You ran, your lungs burning, your heart pounding, and you didn't look back. There were three things that you know now. 1. You hated Bakugo, despised him for being so scary and terrifying. 2. You were very grateful to Kirishima for helping you. You didn't think he would, but he did, and you'd never forget that. And 3. You are alive, and you are free. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye!